Today's journey takes us to a beautiful waterfall near Munnar. Riding through the misty, rain-kissed roads of Idukki, we passed through quiet, secluded spots, enjoying the untouched natural beauty along the way. We stayed at a Bell Vedera resort in Anachal, where speedboating on the scenic Chenkulam Dam was a part of the adventure. After boating, we headed to the lesser-known waterfalls, hidden away from the usual tourist crowds in Munnar. So, let's begin this bike trip and take in all these incredible sights. We started from Ernakulam, taking the Uppukunnu road to Idukki. While most travelers opt for the Chunayammakkal or Chunayammakkal routes, we chose this path for a change. The road is narrower, but after the rain, it transforms into a breathtakingly beautiful journey. This is the Uppukunnu viewpoint, a spot where anyone passing by is bound to stop. Today, the fog is so dense that we can't see much of the view, but let's park here anyway. The road is flanked by steep drops on both sides, with Uppukunnu village nested below the mountain on one side and a dense forest on the other. Despite being a forest, it's home to many indigenous tribes. Let's take a walk along the mountain's edge and take in the atmosphere. This journey isn't just a bike trip through Idukki. It extends from Idukki to Kambam, then Theni, with a stop at Mulle, and finally a return route through Vagamam. Each place will have its own episode, showcasing one beautiful destination at a time. Today we are experiencing Idukki in its mist-covered splendor, immersed in the breathtaking beauty of its foggy landscape. Idukki truly has a unique magical atmosphere. As we continue along this route, we'll reach another viewpoint called Mottagatti Rock, accessible by a separate path. One of the highlights of Idukki district is that nearly every kilometer offers a new viewpoint, each with its own unique perspective on the stunning landscape. After a refreshing walk, we got back on the bike and continued our journey. Traveling by bike immerses you in the fog and the cool air in a way a car can't, which is why I prefer biking. It lets you truly feel the journey. The mist here is more enchanting than anywhere else. As for the road conditions, they have improved a lot. Unlike before, even the smaller roads in Idukki are now well paved and clean. So there is no need to worry about rough roads when planning a trip to here. With hardly anyone around, the roads are quiet, a little damp, and wrapped in fog. We are now joining the main road, the Mullamutam to Cherudoni Highway 33. Originally, we planned to visit the Idukki Dam and go for boating. But the rain led us to the cancellation of all boat rides. So we decided to head to Calvary Mount via Cherudoni instead. The Neelakurani flowers are in bloom. It's still just noon, but the rain clouds have made everything unusually dark. Soon the light drizzle picked up, turning into a heavier rain. I actually enjoyed riding in this kind of weather. It adds a sense of adventure. Even though I stayed dry with my raincoat and waterproof boots, feeling the rain around me while riding still brings a certain thrill. The rain's beauty here deserves a full video. It's something to capture and share. We have now reached Cherudoni, a small town nest below the Idukki Arc Dam. If you're heading towards Kattapana, you'll see an opening ground to the left and the impressive dam on the right. We once rode onto this ground with the bike, and it looks like we can enter again. It's the perfect spot to soak in the scenery up close. Due to the heavy rain, the ground here is now covered in water and mud. Anyone who visits this spot is bound to take a photo with the Idukki Arch Dam as the backdrop. It's almost a tradition for travelers on this route. Built across the Periyar River in 1976, to the left is the Kuravan Hill and to the right is the Kurati Hill. After spending some time here, we left the majestic Arch Dam. Another special feature of Idukki's high range is the abundance of small waterfalls along the way, visible only during the rainy season. We came across one such beautiful waterfall and were tempted to stop for a closer look. However, since it was inside a private property, we decided not to stop and continued on our way. A little further along, we reached the entry to Calvary Mount. The steep uphill road on the right leads up to it. Cars and vans can navigate this road, but it may be challenging for larger buses. At the top, we were greeted by a thick layer of mist. There's a small ticket counter managed by the forest department with an entry fee of 25 rupees and a parking fee of 10 rupees. Though the heavy mist meant we wouldn't get much of a view, we decided to get off and explore since we did come all the way. The wind here in Idukki is incredible, stronger than at the Uppukunnu viewpoint. And mixed with the mist, it feels icy cold. It's one of those places where you can truly feel nature all around you. Below us is the Idukki Dam reservoir. Though it's obscured by a thick fog, if we go a little further down, there's a patch of kurunji flowers. Not the same Neela kurunji that blooms in Munnar, but a similar species. It's a beautiful sight to see these kurunji flowers in violet, adding a splash of color to the misty landscape. The true Neela kurunji blooms only once every 12 years. In Kerala, there are around 40 varieties of kurunji flowers. And this one, called Mettu kurunji, blooms every 7 years. At Pulimala, the Neela kurunji last bloomed in 2018, so it will graze the hillsides again in 2030. In Pulimala, you can see the entire hillsides covered in kurunji flowers, creating a wild spread of violet across 2 to 3 hills. With no chance of a clear view due to the fog, we decided to hop back on the bike and continue our journey. Today's plan is to reach Anachal, where speedboating at Chenkulam Dam is a popular attraction. We'll stay nearby for easy access, and tomorrow we'll visit a waterfall close by before heading on towards Tamil Nadu. Let's take in the aerial view of Idukki as we continue. Especially after a good rain, the rivers and waterfalls here are fully alive, flowing with renewed energy. I don't know the exact location of this viewpoint, but I couldn't resist stopping when I caught sight of the river below. The scenery is breathtaking, with every part of the landscape vibrant and refreshed by the rain. Without wasting any time, we arrived at Anachal, where we had already booked our stay. This is the entrance to Bell Vedera resort. It is a medium budget resort not overly luxurious but comfortable. After checking in, we reached our room. It's spacious and clean, perfect for our stay. We dropped off our bags and headed straight to Chenkulam Dam, where speedboating is available. It's the main attraction here, and we are excited to experience it. We got our tickets and boarded to the boat. Tickets were booked online, but there's no need for advance booking. Once we put on our life jackets, we set off on our boarding safari, ready for an adventure ahead. This experience was even better than just admiring the view. With the boat drifting on the water, we really felt a rush of adventure. The boat driver was skilled and made the ride exciting. Chenkulam Dam, although small, offers a thrilling ride with 4 to 5 rounds around the reservoir. The speedboat can hold up to 5 people. The driver can perform full drifts, adding to the excitement. Boating here runs from 9 am to 5 pm with a cost of 1000 rupees for 5 people on the speedboat, and each ride lasts about 15 minutes. Bookings can be made on the Kerala Hydel Tourism website. I'll include those details in the description. Besides the speedboat, there is also a larger, slower boat with 20 seats available for 2000 rupees. There's an additional entry ticket of 20 rupees per person. Last year we did speedboating at Banasura Dam in Wayanad, which we also booked through the KSEB website. After our 15-minute speedboat ride, we returned to the dock. In addition to the speedboat and the larger 20-person boat, pedal boating is also available here for around 250 rupees. If you book a stay at Bell Vedera resort, where we are staying, pedal boating is included in their package, making it a convenient option since the resort is close to the dam. At night, we ordered food to our room. Though there is also a spacious restaurant and kitchen on site, we had parota and chicken curry, enjoying a peaceful view of Anachal town from our window. After a restful night, we woke up to a beautiful sunrise revealing the lush greenery that defines Kerala. We could see the dam where we went boating, surrounded by morning mist and vibrant green hills. Munnar town, though scenic, has become overcrowded, especially during holidays. It can take hours to get through traffic on its narrow, congested roads. Anachal, just a short distance from Munnar, is now emerging as a more serene tourist destination. It's nature-friendly place without crowds, offering the same charm as Munnar with its tea plantations and waterfalls. Our resort here is tucked away from other buildings, offering a quiet retreat with a swimming pool and views of dam right from our room. Behind the resort, there's a small hill known as Chunayammakkal. From here, we also get a glimpse of an impressive view. The Velathuval Kalarkutti area is visible in the distance. There is a trail for trekking that leads into this area, but it's not accessible by vehicle, making it a peaceful and remote spot to explore on foot. Without wasting any time, we headed to breakfast. In the morning, we planned to explore some nearby waterfalls. This is the reception area of our resort, which is managed by the Spice Country Group. ensuring a comfortable and well-maintained stay. This is the spacious restaurant area where we had puri for breakfast since we are not fond of puttu. If you're interested in staying at this resort, I'll provide the contact details for Bell Vedera in the description. It's an affordable resort, ideal for families looking to enjoy a peaceful getaway. Our next destination is the Chunayammakkal waterfalls, which I'm hearing about for the first time. To get there, we'll travel from Anachal via Kugitani, then reach Anachal. From Anachal, instead of taking the bridge, we'll head straight to the waterfall. When coming this way, take a left turn at the chapel and reach this location and want to take this left. If you're traveling by car, you'll need to park it here. But if you're on a bike or on a 4x4, you can continue down the road. The road has a steep incline for about half kilometer, so be prepared for a bit of challenging drive. This is Chunayammakkal waterfall. I'm not sure how it got its name, but one of the main attractions here is the lack of crowds. Cars can't reach the location, so it remains peaceful. Most of the tourists who come here are from outside Kerala and they usually arrive after 12 p.m. That means in the morning the waterfall feels like it's all yours to enjoy without the hustle and bustle. I took the vehicle because there was hardly anyone in here, though usually people prefer walking to the waterfall. It's a great way to experience the natural surroundings up close. Because it's raining season, the water here is flowing strongly and there's a sign advising people not to enter the water for safety reasons. While Adirapalli waterfalls is impressive in height, it is difficult to get a good photo due to the barriers like ropes and sticks that obstruct the view. But here at Chunayammakkal, there's nothing to hinder the view, making it perfect for taking the beauty of waterfalls without any distractions. Above Chunayammakkal waterfalls, there's another waterfall called Ripple Waterfalls. It's a bit more famous and can be accessed by car. There's also a viewpoint here offering great spot to enjoy the surroundings. It would be nice if places like Adirapalli also had similar viewpoints, making it easier for visitors to fully appreciate the beauty of the falls without any obstruction. The area around Muthirapuzhayar is full of rocks, which means there are many small waterfalls scattered around. Thanks to the rainy season, all the waterfalls are full in flow, making them look like even more beautiful. Both Chunayammakkal and Ripple waterfalls have designated viewpoints, but the other waterfalls can be accessed using a zip line. Before area gets crowded, we can park the bike outside and try the zip line to get an exciting close-up view of the falls. After leaving the waterfall, we stopped at a tea shop nearby and enjoyed a warm cup of tea with a waterfall as our backdrop. It was a perfect way to unwind. To reach the waterfall, you'll need either a bike, a 4x4 vehicle, or you can take a Jeep Safari. The Jeep Safari operators usually offer packages that include 4 to 5 places to visit, or the resort can arrange a safari for you as well. It's a great way to explore the area without worrying about road conditions. There's a zipline service and a viewpoint offered by Ripple Adventures, located at a great spot. If you use the zipline, the viewpoint is free. But if not, there is a 20 rupee ticket for the entry. The waterfall here is Chunayammakkal waterfalls, and seeing other cross the waterfalls on a rope really inspired us to give it a try. So we are planning to try the zipline and experience the view from above. The zip line doesn't take more than a minute, but it costs 500 rupees for a round trip. We decided to take the vehicle and move on, as there were more places to explore, and we didn't want to spend too much time at the waterfall. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of our bike ride. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments or messages. I'd love to hear from you. Looking forward to seeing you in the next episode with more exciting moments. Until then, bye-bye.